Hello, I'm Steve Maskery and welcome to Workshop Essentials. I'm making a box and it's going to have dividers inside it. And these dividers are quite thin. I want them to be delicate, not big and chunky. So these are about 5mm or so in thickness, not very thick at all. And in order to plane them, I need to be able to hold them. Now, normally for holding stuff, I would either clamp it in the vise or down with holdfasts while I'm working on it. Or if I wanted uninterrupted access to the surface, I'd hold it between dogs in my tail vise. But when it's as thin as this, I can't really hold it in this vise because there's nothing to get hold of. If I try to hold it in the tail vise, I need some very low profile dogs, and it also makes the wood spring, so it doesn't lie flat for planing. So in cases like this, I've got a planing board, and it couldn't be simpler really. A piece of MDF with a cleat on the bottom, and there are two strips of 6mm MDF glued to it. There's one here parallel to the back edge, nearest to me, and another one at an angle. It doesn't matter what that angle is, but looking at it, that must be about 10 degrees or so, I should think. And my workpiece goes against the back edge closest to me. I've also got a set of wedges, so different sizes, and I choose the most appropriate one. Now for fairly narrow stuff like this, I need the biggest wedge. So that goes in there, and I could hold it like that, but I'm only really clamping it for 3/4 of its length. So sometimes I'll put in an extra piece just to take up the slack at the back. And then I know that my workpiece is going to be held all the way along its edge. And a quick tap is enough to hold that very securely for working on. Now in this particular instance, the workpiece is already thinner than the 6mm of my fence and wedges. I can just catch the wedge with my thumbnail, so it's already too thin to work on, but that's all right because a couple of pieces of veneer underneath the workpiece like that lifts it up just enough to clear the wedge. And now I can put that into my vise and work on it with a hand plane, or with a cabinet scraper, or with a sanding block. The board has also got a hole in it with an embedded nut on the back, and the hole is countersunk on this side so that it's easy to find, so that when I've finished, my collection of wedges just screws to the board, and then that hangs on the wall out of the way. It couldn't be simpler, could it? It's just one more essential item, low tech, that you should have in your workshop. And for more low-tech stuff, you can check out my square of Thales or my tick stick operation. There's a number of videos that are low-tech ways of solving problems in the workshop. Thank you very much for watching. Until the next time, enjoy your workshop. Cheerio! If you've got any questions, leave me a comment below. And please remember to like, subscribe and share. It's the only way this work gets seen.